everyone, welcome to my channel, The Preppy Crafty Girl, and today we are going to deconstruct children's fabric books and reuse them in our junk journals. You can get these, gosh, any Goodwill have them, or any kind of thrift store or estate sale. These were ones that I picked up. So I'm going to show you what you can do with them. This is an old one that I had, and I decided to cut it up because there were some images on here that I wanted to use. So some of the things that you're going to need to do this project are a fabric quilted book. You're going to deconstruct it. You're going to need some of this ThermoWeb Heat and Bond Ultra Hold iron-on adhesive. We're going to make pockets, tags, and yeah, just show you how to reuse these really cute books. So you can use this with fabric, foil, lame, felt, suede, cardboard, and leather and wood. When I saw cardboard, I thought, ooh, I'm going to use a file folder and I'm going to make these like tags or pockets. So I thought I'm just going to go ahead and see if that will work. And what I did was also to make tags, I cut out a piece of file folder, just your typical file folder. And then I cut out a piece of the fabric a little bit bigger because you want all the edges to stick down. And what I then ended up doing was I took my iron, I put it on a piece of parchment paper, and then on the fabric side, I just took my iron and just put it down and ironed it like so, and then it melts the fabric to the heat and bond. Then once you have it to the heat and bond, you're going to flip it over. Now this I've already stuck down to the file folder, but you're going to then peel off the backing of the heat and bond, which gives you another glue area, and that's when you stick it down to the file folder and iron. So let's just go and try this. And some of the things I'm going to do just for my workspace, I do this on my ironing board, but just because we are on my workspace, I'm going to put some of this heat stuff down, Teflon sheet, and I'm going to put down a towel. So I've got the heat, that way my desk won't be ruined. And then I've got a piece of you can use freezer paper, or you can use, this is parchment paper. And so what I'm gonna end up doing is, let's say I wanna do the umbrella. Well, let's do this. Let's take this one and I'm gonna show you how to deconstruct it. Now you can go ahead and try to find the middle, and you can pull out that thread, and then that way it'll all come apart. But what I ended up doing was literally, I saw like, okay, here's an image, and all I did was I went in and I just cut around the image that I wanted. So you do you when you are deconstructing these books. But this is how I did it, because I didn't want to sit there with a thread puller thingy, and so I'm just cutting around what I want. And in this case, I'm going to do the whole page, even though I'm only going to want this one image. And then what you're going to find is inside there is some of this like quilting, and you can save that and you can reuse it in another project if it's in good shape. This one was because it was a really old book. It did not have the quilting on the inside, was not good. But this is good and clean. I did wash in the washing machine the book. So I'm gonna go around here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and And what I did on mine was I went ahead, like for this, I'm gonna want both images, and I'm probably gonna want this too. So in this case, I'm just gonna iron the whole piece down on to, see, this is really good backing. It's good and clean, and I'll keep that. So let's take this over here, and then I need to take some of the heat and bond, and I save all the little scraps because you can do some, you know, Franken papers later. The heat and bond's gonna have this like a parchment papery type release paper on the one side, and on the other side is the adhesive, and it's gonna feel bumpy. So what I'll do here now is I'm gonna put this down onto the paper, and I'm going to just, and they sell this by the yard if you can't find it by the packet, and they'll have it at, this I bought at Michael's, but I know they have it at any fabric store will probably carry it, or you could get it probably on Amazon. Okay. So there's that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, flip it over, and on the paper side, I'm gonna go ahead and iron it. And then why I do it on the freezer paper is sometimes I don't have it exact and some of the glue will stick. Then I'm gonna take my iron, and you wanna use a dry iron set at the highest heat. And I'm just gonna go around, and I'm just gonna iron it for a few seconds, and till I feel like it's, just read your directions. Is making that noise. Oh, that's steaming because it's not on steam. So now I've got this. At this point now, if I'm not going to use the whole image, I will go ahead. I see some bubbles. Hang on a second. I will go ahead and I'll cut around the pieces that I know I'm going to use. So before so what I might do is just have a whole stash of stuff stuck down to this already. And then when I have a project coming up, you know, then it's ready. So here what I want to do is I'm going to cut this image out, and I want to make it in the shape of a tag. Okay, so once I have my tag, I can see that part of this is coming off. Would that bother me? Maybe. So let me go to the next, and I can see that that whole image is going to get in there, but then it comes down to this. So in that case, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go ahead and trace around on a manila envelope, and I'm just going to go ahead and make my own tag. I mean, on a manila folder. So I'm just going to cut my own, but I'm going to come out a little bit wider because I want to get that whole image in there. And I'm going to use, because I'm like the worst at cutting straight, I'm going to go ahead and use a trimmer once I've marked where I want to make my cuts. And let me make sure this is straight. And oops. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut, because I did this on the fold, so okay, that's crazy. I just need one, and then what I want to do is figure out on here like where I want to go ahead and cut her. So I'm gonna get some of this flower, which I'm okay with. I want to get some of the rain and get her centered on here like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut. So I've got that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and corner punch or cut the corners, and I'll probably just use this one as my guide. So get them all to match. I do have a punch somewhere around here. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna go ahead and trace around and leave a little bit of green on the top. Let me grab a pencil, or you can take a, if you have an erasable pen, which I don't have right here right now. I normally have one. I don't know why it's not here. You can take one of those erasable pens, and then if you heat it with an iron or you wash it, it'll come off. But you know, you're not going to wash the tag, so, but I believe it will disappear if you put it under the, okay. I guess I could have done this on the paper side. All right, doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to come in here, and all I'm going to do is cut my image out on the line. And see all this other extra that I have on here, it's good because I can make, like, this would be really cute, like tape, iron on tape or whatever, so I'm going to keep that. There's that. And then if it's a little bit bigger than the tag, that's fine. So I'm going to keep this because what I will end up doing is probably taking this, the words, and ironing them on. I may iron them on like up here or something, or down here, or both. So let me cut those out. Keeping that intact because I might use that somewhere else. And let's see, I'm gonna do this part. And at this point, I think it might be a little hard to, no, it's coming off. Okay. So now what's on the other side is that, like, the so-called glue. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut around this. And I am gonna put it on this little tag. And put it down here. And then, let me see if I have enough. I'm just gonna cut around it. I don't know if I've got enough room for this. We shall see. Let's see if I do rain on the grass. And rain on the tree. And I'm thinking, what if I do rain? So you would just use this, rain on the, just like you would, you know, book page, you know, words out of a book. So there, rain on the housetop, but not on me. All right, so I've got that. Let me move this out of the way. And now this, what I would do first is I'm gonna, before I put this down on the card, I'm gonna go ahead and peel the backing off. Once I've decided where I want it, I'm gonna get my iron again, and I'm going to go ahead and just iron this down where I want it. Okay, I don't have it on. I don't know why it's steaming. But see, that is now stuck to that, and that's not going to go anywhere. And if I felt like it was going to go somewhere, you can stitch around it if you want. I might come back in and do a straight stitch. I don't know. Probably not. Then I'm going to put this one underneath it. I kind of like that wonkiness. That goes there. And then this would be perfect for doing covers on journals. This product's pretty awesome. Let's see. Do I want to put it there? I think I took the back off this, so before I accidentally do it, I'm gonna go ahead and there. And then the last one is and I got that. All right, it's good and down. Okay. Then I'm going to peel off the backing off the tag. Because remember, it still has that paper on the back of the tag, or the fabric. That just peels right off. I'm going to put it down on this. I am going to then iron it on. And what I might do then is go around and stitch it all the way around. I do see that I went out a little wider than the tag, and I'm going to come in and just trim it up, because if I heat that, it's going to stick. All right, so that's why you want to do it on the parchment paper. So, and that's it. Now you can write on the back, and you've got the fabric on the front. Is that not like the cutest ever? So I have that one. And then let me go ahead and do one more so that you get the dealio. And I'm gonna do, since I'm on this whole rain kick with the galoshes and the umbrella, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. So let's do the umbrella one. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut. And this again, because this is long, I would use this as, you could use it as a tag, but I'm thinking like a side pocket on a journal would be really cute. And I may not trim it all the way down yet. I may wait. So I'm gonna put this one on a piece of file folder. So let me grab a piece of file folder. Let's see. I just had a piece. Not that one. Here we go. And let's see. I think it'll fit on this one. So I need to just trim it. Let me put this over here so I don't hurt anybody. And let me get my cutting board back out. cut this right up there. Oops, it's a little, wow, that didn't cut. Okie dokie. This is gonna go right onto that. So that, and remember, it doesn't have to be exact because we will trim it. And then let's get this out, and we are going to cut this out. If you can see that. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay. Then we are going to take this and I'm gonna iron it down to this piece right here. So I'm gonna fold it over because I didn't match it up exactly. I'm gonna get my iron. Again, I've made, if you're not doing this on a cutting board, you have to have some kind of something underneath it to protect your table. And that is on that. Like so. And then I'm going to peel it off the back. So I don't know if you can see it, it almost looks like it's laminated. See that? And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it on the top of that. And I'm going to come back in and I'm going to iron it again. But this way all your edges are ironed down. It actually is, or if you want to do, they use this for appliques, if you're going to do an applique and you want to sew around it. But when I saw that it would take the cardboard, so there is that. And then what I would do is I would use this as like a side tuck pocket. So I'd go in here and I'm just gonna trim down the cardboard off of it, or I mean the file folder around it. If you were going to use it as a applique, you wouldn't put it on paper. You would just leave it the way it is with that stuff on the back. Okay, but yeah, I would do like that. And it's ready to go on your page. You could just leave it for a writing spot. Of course, I have that on there because I think I'm going to do this as a pocket anyway. But isn't that adorable? These are so much fun. I hope you get some of this out and you use it. I hope you go buy some and go get some of these little things. And look, I've got these really cute things to go in if I ever make a rain book bag. So anyway, okay, so thanks for hanging in here with me, and I will be back for more crafting, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.